Give us a heart for the hopeless, the weary and wounded, for all who are hungry, helpless and poor.
Stepping off the airplane, you see a completely different world than what you're used to, and it's crazy that it's a 2-hour flight from Miami that, you know, it's completely different from what we see.
It's one of the highlights of their year. I know it's definitely the highlight of our year.
I look forward to it all year long, and I love it so much because I get to connect with the teens there.
They remember us every year. People come back, they recognize us after 5-6 years. I've had people tell me that they've been coming ever since we started VBS here, and they just love everything we do and they can't wait.
I remember my first VBS day that I went to La Union, and at the beginning of it, they brought out some of the older kids, and they said these kids were baptized this year, and they all started in this VBS. This is where they started learning about God. And it was just such a cool feeling to know that I'm a part of that, a part of teaching these kids about God so that eventually they get baptized, eventually they come and be with God in heaven.
The biggest impact was the children. The children were very happy. Me and Austin and myself were playing Toss the Children, and we were playing Toss the Children in the air, and so that was nice. Just the kids would just come up and love you and be kind and want to share in an experience, so we were able to do that and play with them.
If anybody ever says to you, oh, I wish I had lived when Jesus lived, you ought to take them to Zambia, because it's just, you feel like you're there. It's a little different than Edmond Church. Women sit on the left and men sit on the right. It's all in Tonga. You have to have a translator when you speak. Everything's scriptural, but then they start at 8 o'clock in the morning and they're over about 1 in the afternoon, and they come back at 4 and they worship till 7 that evening.
There was a baptism while we were there that was amazing. There was this man there with his children who came forward after the sermon, and we went down a couple miles into town actually to this watering hole, really, and there were people swimming there and doing all sorts of things, and we had a baptism there. The whole time we were kind of being made fun of a little bit, and they were saying things, and it was very powerful to know that this young man was making this decision knowing all the persecution he might endure that was right there actually while it was happening, and that was very powerful because we don't really deal with that.
May we be a comfort, loving, forgiving, and offering grace in your name.
I think partnering with the gospel means really studying it and then doing your best every day to live that out and to think about what that means for my interactions with other people.
Definitely when we sing, I think that we share the gospel a lot because we, as the youth group, we really get into it, which means the little kids will get into it too, and they look up to us and they think, that's so cool that they're singing along with us.
We came with a purpose to do this in the name of Jesus, to share His word and His mission with people, to show them His love, and I think that's, you know, partnering with the gospel, us doing it with the Lord for His purpose.
To the last, to the lost, to the least of these, let us be Jesus today.
So I want to thank the Edmond Church of Christ, all the members, the elders, for making this possible. I've been on Mexico mission trips before, and my family and I decided we wanted to go on this one, and it hadn't been for the church and the ability to help supplement, we wouldn't have been able to go.
The Edmond Church has given me the possibility of going on many trips, obviously by providing financial assistance, but also by the hearts that are surrounding us here at the congregation.
It wouldn't have been possible for our family to send 4 of us with flights and all of that to Nicaragua with the cost of that if it weren't because of the elders and the whole initiative here.
It's been very easy for me personally to go with Edmond doing their Go initiative and making finances not a problem.
In addition to financial support, which is great, I've had a lot of great emails and encouragement from people. A lot of people have donated things for me to take back, which has been really encouraging. And I think my message would just be thank you for the support and for believing in what I'm doing in Mozambique.
And I want to encourage everyone to partner with the gospel, whether it's through Commission Sunday, whether it's being able to go on a trip, or whether it's Monday night at the Master doing arts and crafts.
To the last, to the lost, to the least of these. Let us be Jesus today.